You've got to have an ace in the hole. This is Jackie.
So, John, what's the plan here?
Overkill.
I'm Justin.
But Rambo, what happened to your beautiful hair? Probably got bronchitis like the rest of us. I'm Sam, and this is Rambo Last Blood on Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these! No! What? Hang on!
It stinks.
Hang on!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello, and welcome to Stinger Madness. This is one of our special field trip episodes where we go to the theater to watch a quote-unquote bad movie and discuss. This week we have gone into the SMABFA realm, as it were, with the very low critically rated Rambo Last Blood. Now, last we saw Rambo was on the podcast was Rambo 3, but of course there's Rambo 4 in between that, which is not something that we would cover on this podcast.
No.
But, Sam, why don't you take control over here, as you are pretty much Sambo. You're a big Rambo guy.
Big Rambo guy.
You're the Rambo guy.
Rambo guy.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I am Rambo fangirl
Sure.
as far as looks goes. I thought he
wait.
was the most handsome in this one that he's ever been.
You look like hammered shit.
What are you talking about? He looked good. I was like,
Nobody has said these words ever, Jackie.
So
Every week you come in here and say something that like could go in a dictionary of sentences that no one said.
He's hot in this movie.
Huh.
I thought he was killing hot.
All
I
right.
was like, you are nailing it, my friend.
There's your chance, lady listeners. Write us in and rate Stallone hot or not. Talk at stinkermadness.com or hit us on Facebook, facebook.com/stinkermadness. And all three of you can decide if Jackie's insane or
I've
not.
already gotten one back. It says that he looks like Meatloaf in a dumpster.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Dumpster Meatloaf.
Dumpster Meatloaf
Sam,
has cat hair on
let's
it.
be honest, though, that's a little too nice because I'm going in that dumpster to get that meatloaf. I mean, it's meatloaf, dude. I can't walk away from dumpster meatloaf. It's free meatloaf.
If it's hot,
Yeah, it's piping, of course, because it's in trash.
dumpster hot meatloaf.
You guys just don't know raw talent when you see it.
I know
See,
raw
raw meat.
meatloaf.
I would stare at that man naked.
Of course you would. Every time we have Stallone, which we should remind everybody, Stallone is still like growing his lead over everybody else for most appearances on Stinker Madness. I think this is his 11th film.
Well, as long as he keeps making them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Jackie decides to share with everybody how much she'd like to see his old man balls. Let's move.
And I would.
Let's move.
I'd let him put him on my face.
That's
Whoa.
a lot. Let's move on rapidly before Jackie and I have to go to counseling. Sam, tell us everything you know about Rambo Last Blood.
Very little.
Okay. Stars Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester
That's
Stallone.
all I got.
So, this movie actually, I think, made money.
Okay. Wow. That's
So it cost $50, which seems steep because we
seems
just
steep,
watched
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it didn't look like it cost $50. But it cost $50, and it made 44 domestically and 45 worldwide. So
not bad.
89. It probably did better than break even.
Yeah. I don't think there was a big budget or a marketing budget behind it, which is the thing you always got to worry about with these studios.
You don't think Millennium and Lionsgate are going to team up to buy Times Square for the weekend?
No, and there's
on
a
Rambo
level
5.
of self-marketing to any movie that has this much history behind it. You know, oh hey, you either like Rambo or you don't like Rambo. And if there's a Rambo movie and you like Rambo, you're probably going to go see the movie Rambo, whether you know what's happening, so you're just going to go.
I would just like to say that if Sylvester Stallone ever is listening to us and he wants to be on Stinker Madness,
No, this isn't. We moved on from this.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we're
Damn.
done. We're done with his balls, Jackie.
Yeah.
We are.
No, I'm not saying anything about his balls. I'm
Okay.
just saying, you're going into the lead here, buddy. If you want to have another number one on your record, come visit us.
Another number by being on a shitty podcast in a basement in a very crowded field of shitty podcasts.
Hey, we have a Malibu Express poster.
Okay. Are you just saying words? Are you just saying words for the sake of word saying?
I want to be involved.
Okay. Well, then talk about the goddamn movie, Sam.
He said, I guess he can punch his ticket here with his balls. So when you read about this movie, what you can find out is that they started writing a script for it every year after the first one.
After First Blood.
After,
How are we going to end this franchise
No.
that doesn't exist? Wait, what are you talking about?
not the first one, the last one.
Okay, Rambo 4.
Rambo 4.
Right.
That every, he said, this is the end for Rambo. We're good with Rambo.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, there's not much
Rambo's story's over.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, when he got all of the freedom to make Rambo 4, he didn't realize that he'd sort of sold off the ability for other people to make Rambo movies.
left.
If you'll notice, and I didn't notice this part because I read about it for a few hours before we watched, and I was watching the names in the credits, and Avi Lerner.
Sure, of course.
Boaz Davidson, the same people that are behind, Steven Seagal Lawman,
Yeah.
are the people behind this movie,
Uh-huh.
and probably the last one. Rambo 5 was getting made with or without him.
Oh, no. How would you even do that?
Yeah, so here's
How
what
would you
happens.
even think that?
And this is all I was able to dig up on this.
Like,
thing.
that's a moral betrayal to
It is.
humankind.
It is. So, and John Morrell is the guy that wrote the novel originally.
Right. It's a moral betrayal.
Yeah, it's funny, right?
Hey.
Anyway, morale maybe, I'm not sure.
It's funny, right? Oh, jeez. I guess it's not because you have to
Nobody
tell
else laughed.
So they say, no, there's not going to be more Rambo. Fine, there has to be more Rambo. Then somebody starts writing a script.
Okay.
Then somebody else starts writing a script. Then he's like, no, fuck this. I'm going to write a script. He eventually, about halfway through this process, comes up with this script. Mostly that is just a human trafficking script. Very dry, very generic, because
Right.
Sylvester Stallone's been around in the business long enough to know that he can write a 40-page treatment / screenplay that encompasses a sellable object, which is human trafficking.
Yeah, it's a simple
Yeah.
script here. There's nothing there's no risk taken with it.
This is the one that gets the most bites.
Mhm.
It continues to get bites, and he doesn't like it, and he brings back in Morrell, the original author of the First Blood, the novel, and they do a screenplay together that is more akin to the small town if Rambo would have survived. Spoiler alert, if you ever read the novel, he dies. Would be more akin to this sort of character surviving in a small town. Nobody likes it. So they have to go back to this one. The reason they go back to this one is specifically because over and over again, Millennium and other interested parties, say Lionsgate, really want the border as part of the issue.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I was wondering, honestly, I'm sitting in the theater going like, dude, and we'll cover some ground on the border. But man, there's some things that are said in this film about the border that are either failures or really, guys, come on. This is a Rambo movie.
He wanted to go to Budapest. He wanted to go to a lot of other places to do it. And he just keeps coming back to this thing.
Right.
And this one idea that he had that wasn't that long. And he's like, fuck. And then that one singular idea. The movie's getting made with or without you.
Oh, no.
So, Rambo versus the border.
Right.
Here we go.
It's just like that Gary Busey movie where Rambo invades, or where Gary Busey invades Mexico. The hell is that?
Bulletproof?
Yeah, Bulletproof.
I was actually, when we were watching that and he put on his LL Bean button down, I was like, oh shit, this is just like Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Only he is a lethal weapon, whereas Gary Busey is a comedic weapon.
I think in that movie, in Bulletproof, the setup for the butthorn joke, or if it's a joke or not, I don't know, but it's my favorite part of that movie, is seriously the guy, the bad guy, asks Gary Busey, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And he says, "I'm your worst nightmare, butthorn."
Yeah, he crawls into the rafters.
Right.
To take them all by surprise, and then he misses them.
Right.
And they're like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm your worst nightmare, butthorn."
They're the same franchise, Bulletproof and Rambo. They're linked.
They're linked.
Yeah. Nobody realizes how deep those two are embedded.
So
See, and I was thinking that this movie had more in common with Taken.
Okay.
If Taken would have went to a different route.
Yeah.
But, it's like
She
the
doesn't
daughter gets taken,
Mm-hmm,
and then he's got a specific set of skills, and
Sure.
he's going to make it right.
I don't think Liam Neeson's ever had the same specific set of skills as John Rambo. I don't know if anybody's had the same set of skills. Like maybe Jason from
no, Jason
Friday the 13th?
fucking pussyfoots around compared to John Rambo.
Yeah, no, he does. He just like walks slow and yeah. Dude,
John Rambo likes killing people.
In terms
that's
of
the whole thing.
killing
Jackie.
the man's, John Rambo, Danton,
And Banning? I don't even
Banning.
know if Banning likes killing people as much as Rambo.
He makes him thirsty as fuck. He does like it.
Yeah.
I think there's another one there though.
We just did it not very long ago. God, I'm blanking, like thinking, who the hell were we comparing next to Banning? Like, is he Banning? Is this just more Banning? I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. Okay.
When arthritis sets in,
Yeah, well,
listeners.
it's in my brain. I've got arthritis in my brain.
My hips are starting to hurt. Hurry this podcast up.
Lethal Weapon 6,000. I love you, Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's the size of things. I was just, the fact that the same people that did Steven Seagal Lawman got a hold of Rambo.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So I do have one question for you, Sam.
Sure.
There is a scene in the movie where he shoots some people,
Oh, weird.
and
Spoiler alert.
it's blue flames like dragon flames.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Gratuity.
Yeah.
Oh,
gratuity.
okay. All
I
right.
don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
I didn't know why are those bullets special? They had like X's on them, and he was loading
There's
them into
tracer
the gun.
bullets.
You're asking Sam about plot details during his bowling.
Well, she's
bullshit.
also asking me about ballistics, so I will interrupt you.
Yeah, shut up over there, funny man.
Yeah, there's tracer bullets, and there's different bullets that will involve sort of chemistry that will allow them to burn or explode, say. But there was no preface to that, say?
So, last we saw John Rambo was, as we said, Rambo 4. He's murdered all the Burmese militia men or whatever the hell
Myanmar.
they were. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I think it was Burma at the time, though, wasn't it?
No, it was Myanmar.
Okay, all right. Either way, he's murdered all those guys, and he's come back to the United States, and last we saw him was walking up the path to
His father's house.
father's
I will get back to
house.
that later.
Well, I'd like to kind of get to it pretty soon.
That's
because
my biggest question. If we're
this
gonna burn that
movie,
now.
he's living on a ranch.
So we're just gonna burn what is the family politics happening at the Rambo
What
household?
is happening?
All right.
We see. Okay, so he's living on a ranch. He's an old man now, and we see some pictures on the wall of basically
him,
his life. There's his like he was a army guy, right?
Green Beret.
Green Beret, yeah. Him entering whatever one of those photos, like I've graduated and I'm wearing my uniform and looking cool. And then like maybe some commanders that he was pals with. I didn't
Troutman.
see. I didn't see Troutman.
They couldn't afford his image. His family said,
or-
"Fuck you,
Yeah.
heavy learner."
They
Fuck
definitely
you.
didn't see him crying and to Brian Dennehy.
He's still alive.
Yeah, okay. Then they show him with this family that he is living with, that he's the uncle of the daughter.
Would you like me to
Or
speculate?
is the daughter
already?
even a daughter? Who are these people?
Because you already named me the Rambo expert, and I wanted to not like. I was really glad that I didn't try to like go through the history of Rambo in the movies beforehand, because I want to go off of my off-head knowledge of Rambo. what I remember at the end of 4 is that his dad is still alive. That's basically his only next of kin, right?
Yeah, right.
So he goes to his father's house.
Right.
So at the beginning of this movie, what I can understand now is this is the only way that I can piece together this family situation working at all is that the older Mexican lady that does the cooking is his father's widow.
Okay.
That is about the same age as him because his old man was a bit of a tomcat.
Oh, he's pulling a schwaz if you're getting my, yeah.
I'm sure they bone.
Muy caliente.
The two of them, even though they have enormous guilt over it.
Okay, all right.
So she's the widow of his father, who is now dead.
Uh-huh.
He's been a horse whisperer, I guess.
Right. Cowboy. Yeah, he's even gone to the store and bought chaps at one point. When does Rambo decide to buy chaps?
When the mosquitoes are out.
Those are just his chaps that he's always had.
He's always had chaps?
Yes.
He doesn't seem like a chap guy to me.
Chaps. Anyway, her daughter is the mother of the girl.
Wait, what?
Yes.
My brother's uncle's sister's best
so
friend's
Uncle
dog.
John is where he gets to in this with the girl in the film. But the only way that this works for me, as a viewer who knows Rambo, is that is the granddaughter of the woman cooking his eggs, who is his friend and not his lover, even though I'm sure they screw, guiltily. And she has lived with her grandmother since a horrible incident involving Rambo.
Of course.
Of course.
Oops. I tried making breakfast and killed 42 people while doing
her
it.
dad seemed like a real piece of shit later, but...
The mom died of cancer.
Okay.
They say that multiple times in the movie.
Well, either way, his dad's a douche.
Yeah. Wait.
Her dad's a douche.
She died of cancer. That's what they call it whenever John Rambo kills 42 guys.
Cancer.
Got it.
He is a cancer to continually being alive.
Cancer that we need when there's a lot of people that aren't dead.
Right.
So you have that's how it works, is that this is all his land, technically.
Whose?
John Rambo's.
Okay.
His father, who is now dead,
Uh-huh.
is dead.
Okay.
And he owns all of it, but he's allowing his father's widow, to live there and probably bone him guiltily. It's you can see it in their eyes. You're
So
like,
is Gabriella the young woman in this movie? She's John Rambo's daughter?
She's his step niece, or she doesn't even. She's a sure tell relative of no consequence, but at the same time, she's the only reason he lives. She's his daughter.
If Dad and Grandma are together, that would make Grandma's daughter and Rambo brother and sister.
Right.
And then the granddaughter that
and
gets
uncle
born
and niece
would be uncle niece.
Okay. All right. So they are blood related, because I was not clear on that at fucking all.
No, they're not blood related.
That was one of my questions.
Well, they would be. No, they wouldn't be.
How does he have this family? Where did these people fucking come from?
This is all through his father's marriage. It has to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is not discussed in the film, or even, it's just glossed. It's not even glossed over. It's like, this is the way Rambo's life is. And you're like, this is the only way any of this works.
Yeah, yeah. Either way, Dad's no longer with us. He's been living there on this ranch for 10 years, since Rambo 4. That's an awkward conversation. Maria, the maid or widow or whatever you want to call her.
Because it's the garden.
Yeah.
The paparazzi.
I killed 700 guys in Myanmar. Cool. Why don't you live with us for 10 years? Anyway,
she doesn't care.
It's his house.
I guess.
She's like, please don't throw us out. I have nowhere else to go except for my sister's down in Mexico, and that place is a shithole.
And she's like, you can build war tunnels in your yard. That's fine.
Right. He has made... nothing. I can't come up with another reason for these other than that he is having PTSD still from Vietnam, understandably. And so now he's like,
this gives him something to do.
I've learned a lot of lessons from Charlie. No offense to the Vietnamese people, but that's what he thinks, because of the Vietnam stuff. And so I'm going to dig tunnels like they did because I'm fucking
these work,
daffy.
These things work great. I need some of those.
Instead of hanging out in the barn as a man cave, I'm going to hang out underground.
Well, no, he was like, I went and I invaded their home, and it was horrible.
I tossed grenades in there. There was the whole flamethrower thing.
It was awful.
I called it napalm strikes. I was the napalm strike. At one time, my nickname was napalm because I just breathed fire on people and they'd explode. It was crazy.
Yeah,
well, you can be busted for masturbating in a barn. Whereas if you're down in the tunnels, you can kind of find your way around, get a secret masturbate area that nobody else knows about, and then you're always safe to do it.
Or you could just like hang out and watch Seinfeld episodes.
It's your house. Just jack off wherever.
Yeah,
you
just
want.
jack off wherever you want. And plus, you got a bang maid, so what's your problem?
Well,
Guilt.
Yeah, guilt for one. And then two,
Guilty bang maid.
a guy's got to have somewhere to go.
The barn.
Well, wonder if they're having one of their fights like they did in this movie, and you're like, oh, I'm out of here. I'm going to the tunnels.
I think he's built tunnels, Jackie, because he's daffy, not because he's like, I can't get away from these people that I don't want to get away from so I can masturbate. I think he's built tunnels because he's nutty.
With also, it worked for his enemy, and he realized it's the best strategy he has now.
To blow people up later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
He's planning.
yeah.
Well, and they even kind of address this. He's like, he asks his niece when she's talking about the tunnels and her friends, and he's like, well, what did you tell them? And she's like, I told them that you were daffy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so they kind of just say that outright. Maybe I shouldn't question this too much.
Either way, Gabrielle, I'm not sure what her name is. She is 18 and is 17. She's going on to college. And she's got a scholarship at NYU. Then she's going to pursue a master's degree at Juilliard. And she's going to be a world famous painter and / cellist. That's what her
What? I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, well, I'm filling in details. You know, I like doing that. She's got things going on. She's going to big places. She might be president one day, if she can just not get killed. She's got a dad, her dad, who is not John Rambo's brother, which I was like, is it John Rambo's brother? Are they going to put in like a John Rambo's brother?
Her mom's, he's not her mom's brother either.
Right.
That's the only way. It took me a long time to put together that family situation. So you should say you're welcome.
Which again makes me think that this script was for something else, and they were like, no, we can use that for John Rambo. Don't worry about the details. Either way, she's got this dad. He's a deadbeat dad. He went out for a pack of smokes and never came back. And her friend, Giselle, who lives in Mexico. I'm guessing Juarez. I don't know where this is in Mexico that this takes place.
Straight south of Arizona. Juarez is straight south of Texas.
Yeah.
I was going to say Texaco.
Texaco.
Texaco is a gas station.
That's right. And Justin likes their hot dogs.
They got good hot dogs. Every place has got good hot dogs. There's no such thing as a bad hot dog, Jackie. It's like dumpster meatloaf. It's delicious. Dumpster hot dogs. You ever had a dumpster hot dog?
No. I could afford to pay full price and just get it off the little rolly thing.
I mean, that's technically found pork and some butt mayonnaise right there.
You have to find the pork.
It's in the dumpster. It's a hot dog.
Not always.
So she wants to find out why he left, what he's been up to. Maybe they can rekindle some sort of father-daughter relationship, that it was a whole misunderstanding. He had to leave because he was in the witness protection program, and he was going to rat on Whitey Bulger, and so he had to go to Mexico.
No, Rambo's like, your dad's a piece of shit. Don't talk to him.
No, I'm pretty sure, Rambo, that he's in the witness protection program. It was, the whole thing was just a ruse. I'm pretty sure.
No, he's just a bad man. Don't go there.
No, it's impossible.
Hey, he beat your mom with a belt.
That was a ploy to make the president think that he was dirty. Yeah.
He didn't even go to the hospital one time when your mom was dying of cancer.
Seinfeld marathon?
Well, now that we've covered that fight.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit, but she's still like, I gotta talk to my dad. And they're like, no, you're not allowed to. Don't go to Mexico. Go to college. And she's like, yeah, I'll go to college. Sure.
Well, and they don't even ask her or tell her not to go down there. What they say is, hey, give it a couple of years, mature a little bit, see some of the world, and then go down and see him.
Yeah.
So, in other words, take some self-defense classes, don't wear your jewelry, and buy a knife.
No, I think that I don't think they're throwing Mexico under the bus. I think that they're throwing him under the bus, the dad under the bus. Like, dude, when you're ready to, like, be able to say, you motherfucking piece of shit ass butthole dick fuck, and then punch him in the beanbag and then move on from your life. I think that's what they're trying to tell her.
But I think we're majorly leaving out a very important part.
Okay.
He's made her a letter opener.
Right.
And
Like,
I'm excited about this letter opener because it looks like a knife.
Jig is at college. You've been keeping your dorm room, and when the pizza man comes, you'll have a pizza knife for it.
Nobody writes letters anymore, Rambo. And he's like, well, I have email. I guess I'll keep this to open your letters, Rambo Dad.
Use it to open your email.
It's a knife. It is not a letter opener. That is a straight up like
It's longer than most letters.
that's an assassin's blade. Like, you can fucking fuck up some shit with that shit.
Dude, he's sharpening it like, yeah, all letter openers need to be very sharp.
On both sides.
Yeah.
It's a fucking knife.
I mean, it could be 6 months before she comes back to have this letter opener resharpened.
Right.
You know, so he's just really looking out for her.
Hey, there's no blood on this letter opener.
Because I used it to open letters, Dad. Or Uncle. Or Dad. I'm not sure.
Uncle Dad.
Uncle Dad. Well, I guess you are using it to open letters instead of what I intended you to use it for.
Opening people.
Opening people.
Let's see what kind of candy you've got inside of your pinata.
Looks like the intestinal kind again.
Mm.
Every time.
Looks like dumpster hot dogs. So she's like, okay, cool, Uncle Rambo. I'm gonna go to college or my friend's house. Doesn't matter. But I'm telling you a lie. She drives up the road a little bit, stops to think, and then turns around and drives to Mexico, which just seems to be on like the other side. Like, she gets there pretty quick.
They're in Arizona.
Right. But I mean, like, just like 10 minutes away. Like, she's
Depends
there.
on where they're
Well,
at in Arizona.
Yeah.
They couldn't waste like half the movie on actual driving time.
Yeah, right. It's just the continuity just didn't line up for me here. And it also looks like shit.
It also looks like they just let her go through
well,
security. Like,
there's-
oh, American license plate, go ahead.
Well, yeah.
There's a point that this goes into like fucking chiller and sci-fi movie.
Mm.
Because it looks like a chiller or a sci-fi movie. It
Yeah.
looks all of a sudden like the asylum is doing this movie.
Yeah, her
because
her big thought in the car is green screened.
It's awful.
It's awful.
It's awful. And then later, which I'm not going to jump ahead, but like the photography gets worse for a while later where they just like start using cheap cameras at night because they're like, well, we got to shoot at night. Let's just use cheap cameras. And you're like, awesome. This has all of the production value of an asylum film, and it cost $50 million.
Yeah, I don't know where that money went, but either way. So she gets to Mexico and she meets up with her friend Giselle, who is like living in some apartment. And she's like, "Come on in, let's hang out, bruh." And I haven't seen you forever. And ooh, nice bracelet.
She's also wearing a flannel in Mexico.
Yeah, with gold chains. And, you know, as a female, you know, I've met up with some friends over the years, right, that maybe I haven't seen in a while.
Okay. You have friends? When?
Well, not really anymore. I've alienated myself by this podcast. But, you know, so you meet up with people, right?
Uh-huh.
And you immediately get the vibe of, I should not be trusting this person.
I need to get out of here.
Like, it is 10 o'clock in the morning and you are drinking a beer on a Tuesday. Don't you have to go to work?
Right.
Let me just finish this beer and then we'll go see your dad. Or you could just give me the address and I'll put it in my GPS and leave your ass here.
I mean, like, we should have met up at like a coffee shop, because like you could have given me where my dad lives, like over the phone is like a really nice thing to do. No, she's dirty from the beginning, Jackie. She's not there to help out with her dad. I don't even know why she told her where her dad is. She should have been just like, yeah, your dad's around. We'll find him.
Well, she's dressed like a gangster, and it like not to me.
Brother.
It was a gangster from when I was a kid living in Idaho.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's,
Here's
Probably
some-
not how they dress now.
Here's
no,
here's
probably not.
some white person commentary.
So I thought it was a little dated.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's.
And those kind of chains were really popular when I was in high school.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying.
White people talk with Jackie.
It was white people gangster modeling.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna go ahead and steer very clear of all that. And so she gets there and she's like, sup. And the other one's like, sup, your dad's down over here. Nice gold chain. We'll meet up later. And so she goes to her dad. Her dad's a piece of shit. He's like, I went out for a pack of smokes, and the pack of smokes was more important to you. And she's like, oh, no, my dad, John Rambo was right. It's not a government conspiracy where he's in the witness protection program. I'm an idiot.
This is extremely underwhelming because John Rambo's like, this guy's got a black heart.
Uh-huh.
And he's just kind of a douche.
He's just a douche. Not even, like there seemed like maybe they had some history where, like, this guy was like a mercenary or something, and they went on a job together, and like John wanted to go like defeat the militia, and he was like join the militia, and then started cutting innocent people's ears off. Like that's how John Rambo's describing this guy. He's just a butthole. He's just a guy that went out for a pack of smokes and didn't come back.
Yep.
Yeah, and as he tells her, I never wanted you. And I felt like I was wasting my time with my family, so I'm out.
It was such a crap moment too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's supposed to be like gravitational, like, I'll tell you why I left, because I don't love you. When in reality, it was like, oh, it was just a bad time in my life. I'm really sorry about that. However, I've got a new family, so I want you to go away.
Yeah.
That's how that would
Don't come back.
normally go. But he's like, I'll tell you why I left, because I don't love you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And why is this such a revelation for her?
Right.
I mean, she knows that the guy hasn't been around in 10 fucking years.
Yeah, because of the witness protection thing. She's got this whole conspiracy
God.
built up in her mind, thinking that, oh, he's like super tall and good looking. He's probably Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but in the witness protection. My dad's a hero. He's an American hero.
Yeah, so no.
No.
But then, Giselle needs to get paid.
Right. Giselle does need to benefit from this situation. So she goes back and she's like, Giselle, my dad's a D-bag. And Giselle's like, yeah, but what about that gold chain? And let's go to the club. You look hot, girl. Let's go to the club and meet guys.
Yeah, in your denim jumper.
Right? I mean, you're already dressed for it, right?
You look like Punky Brewster.
Yeah, she does. She's wearing Punky Brewster's overalls.
And I'm like, what are you doing here? Let's go out for drinks. If you don't drink, why would you go to the fucking club?
Right?
What?
Just go home. You clearly have to know that Giselle sucks. And don't forget, you live just right on the other side of the border. It took you less than an hour to get here.
Yeah, and how long did Giselle drink that beer? Because she got there in plenty of daylight, and then all of a sudden it's like nighttime and they're going to go see her dad. So I'm thinking that the other lady had probably like 12 beers.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, I just need to get this going so I can get through my day. It's hard down here. You don't understand.
Either way, the club goes poorly. There's some druggins, and she gets taken by the bad guys. The next day, John's in the barn, and Maria, the grandmother, comes running in, and she's like, hey, I got a call from Giselle. Gabrielle's been taken or something.
She never came back last night after she went and saw her father.
Well, wouldn't they already be suspicious? Because last they thought she was just going to some friend's house up the street, and then she didn't come back here. And now she's in Mexico, and they're like, oh, she didn't come back to your place? Well, I guess we got a problem. I don't know. I didn't like this scene.
Yeah, it didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Didn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, there's no way that anyone knows anything.
Right. None. So he gets in his truck and starts barreling down to Mexico.
It's like it's an 84 to a 91 F series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a pretty nice aftermarket stereo in it.
Yeah, it does. I did notice that. What is that, Pioneer? Oh, nice job, John. I got to listen to He Ain't Heavy every chance I get, right?
Because it had the red lights, I thought it was an Explode at first, but then I noticed it was a Pioneer when they switched to the red lights.
Oh,
clear
right.
knob, yeah.
So he heads down to Mexico, and he stops at the dad's house, and he's starting to get a little pissed. Gives the little John Rambo bloodlust in his eyes to dad, but lets him go. And goes.
He tells him, I should have fucking snapped your neck 10 years ago.
Yeah, I should
have murdered you for being a douche.
I should have pulled your intestines out from your ass while you were still alive and then let you walk around like you had a very long intestine tail, like it was your tail that was attached to your butt. And I did that.
I should have reached up your ass and pulled out your own spine from the base of your neck.
Right.
And then slapped you with it.
I was going to say, that's something you don't see on, like tough guy movies, right? They're always going for the heart or, the eyes or something, right? But why don't you ever see somebody like, I'm going to shove my fist so far up your ass, grab your intestines and pull them out? Like, nobody says that.
Well, they say
Is that not tough?
Yeah, they say a lot of, you don't want to go inside another man's ass. You want to just, like, kick it.
You just want to kick it? Okay.
You just want to kick the ass. Not necessarily, like, be a part of things.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad that would hurt, though? Wonder if your intestine got tangled on the way out. You just knot it up.
Doesn't Arnold say that? I'm gonna reach up your ass and grab your spine and break it, or something.
Spine is different
Twist
than...
it inside me, Bandit.
Yeah.
Yeah, spine is a lot more tough.
Yeah, but he goes up through the ass.
But you never hear anybody saying, I'm going to grab your intestines and fucking kill you.
Well, no, he's going to make him parade around like he's got a really long tail. Like, hey, look at that. You're a tail man.
As he plays the elephant walk song.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, you'd have to make elephant sounds. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that would be a
Hey,
good one.
kids, tug of war. You guys versus that guy trying to get away. Be careful, that rope's slippery.
Okay. So he finds Giselle, and he quickly figures out that Gabrielle has been sold into human trafficking. He's like, after threatening to kill her many times, take me to the club, show me who it is that you got paid from, and I'll take it from there.
Right. Well, she's got the niece's bracelet on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, she would not have given that to you. That was her mother's. And quite honestly, after you get through the club, right, because she's pointing him out, and after that, wouldn't you be like, okay, here you go, and then just stab, stab, stab? That's what I would fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, my niece is in this situation because of you, and I'm going to stop this trafficking with you at least. I'm going to fucking kill you. You're a waste of space, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, John Rambo doesn't really have restraint as far as his brand of justice, so yeah, it kind of was out of character, I guess, a little.
Yeah.
More goes out of character later.
Yeah. So he does find this guy. He follows him out into the parking lot, and this is when things start to get a little nuts in this movie. He grabs him from behind while he's trying to bang a lady with his giant-ass knife to his throat, and then turns him around, stabs him pretty high up in the thigh, like femoral artery territory.
Yeah, well, before that, he pounds him in the collarbone.
Yeah, he breaks
with
his
the
collarbone.
butt end of the knife.
Right.
Then he stabs him very near the femoral artery.
Like, he might be bleeding out, dude. Like, I guess it's John, and he could make, like even if he wants to not stab that femoral artery by a millimeter, he would stab it not by a millimeter.
Not by a millimeter.
He's got
so
really good
later,
aim.
he can just tap the knife and the guy bleeds out or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But then he reaches in and pulls out half of his collarbone.
I loved this scene. I thought it was gruesome and awesome and new.
Yeah, I almost thought that this wasn't going to be a John Rambo movie, that it was going to be like just a really hard-edged, like a revenge movie, like a Taken movie. And then it goes into, nope. This is John Rambo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here to kill some people.
He's here to fuck some shit up. And he keeps like, tell me where she is or I'm going to break it. And it's like, it's out. It's gone. It's not even part of his body anymore. And he's still like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to walk over there and then I'm going to snap it some more. It's not even going to be attached to you.
Maybe he's talking about breaking it off of his body.
It's gone, man. He doesn't have a collarbone anymore.
Yeah, because I thought he grabbed like at least a piece of it, at least a good 2 inches that he'd broken off from sticking his fingers in there.
His hands went inside that man.
And then he was like, tell me or I'm just going to keep doing it.
Do you think he'd pass out?
I'd fucking pass
I
out.
don't think he's getting any info.
Yeah, he's not doing good.
No, this guy has got 2 massive injuries.
Maybe he has smelling salts.
Even then, you just pass right back out. The fucking broken collarbone's too far, man.
No, smelling salts will wake you up for a bit.
For a bit? Where's she at?
Like 3 minutes.
I'll take you there. And then you're fucking out in the car and you just got blood. The guy died.
Fuck this
He
guy.
didn't make it. I don't think he made it.
No,
Good.
Rambo cut his nuts off and put them in his mouth.
Yeah.
Rambo would never do the nuts and mouth.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, he just swishes them around and then uses them as
It's
bullets.
the best way to shut a man up. The old cock gag. But it's your own cock. That's the gag.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh my God! I'm gonna shove your nuts down your throat so far that you're going to be shitting balls.
Your
I
own
guess
babies?
That's it.
Hold on.
I don't
But
know.
if I want it back, I just yank on the end of your pee-pee and maybe they come out.
Right? Yeah. You just play. Oh, well, you slide you around like a zither. You'll be a zither man with your own dingleberries. That's how the floss dance got started. John Rambo.
Okay.
Murder. So he drives up to this cartel base where the guy tells him to go to. And let's introduce our villains here. Victor and
Hugo Martinez,
who, the fun thing is in Rambo 4, I mean, seriously, Rambo liberated Myanmar. Like, he killed everybody. These
Pretty
are
much.
probably mid-level human traffickers. They're not even
kind of left side hill of fill in the blank town human traffickers.
Right. Yeah, they're just like that area's top human traffickers. It's not like he's taking on the cartels here.
He's
It's not
70.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, good point. And I guess he only cares about, one thing, but it's pretty
Pulling the guts out of humans.
it's pretty small territory for John Rambo. So he's found the cartel base where these guys are headquartered at or wherever they're just hanging out at or whatever. But he's easily spotted. He's got a point man on the watchtower of another building that's like, hey, look, there's a guy staring at you. So when Rambo starts moving his way into being like, where's he at? He's already got massive amounts of men following him by the time he gets up to the top. And he's like, give me my niece back. And they're like, no. Okay, then, I'll go home. No, they kick his ass and beat the shit out of him. Probably bust some ribs, give him a pretty nasty black eye.
Concussion, at least.
He does have a concussion. The doctor even says so later. And then Victor
Is he a doctor?
Yeah, right. Is he a doctor of medicine or is he a doctor of philosophy?
I think he's a doctor of philosophical conjecture.
Well, and they carve his face.
Yeah, right. Victor's got apparently this thing like, I'm going to leave my mark on you. And I guess he cuts V's into people.
Yeah.
Kind of looked more like a Y because he was a little
I thought it was a K
willy-nilly.
at first.
Victor Kilimanjaro Martinez.
I thought it was an X, and then he was going to jerk off on it, and I was like, oh, Ichi the Killer, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. You're not good at this, Victor. Maybe you should stop, putting your initials in people.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what that is. It's like, did you fall down and have an accident? No, I was carved up by Victor.
Well, it's stupid because, they go back later in the movie, and the V that he's carved in to Rambo's face isn't really that pronounced. It pretty much blends in with all the other scars.
The Neosporin really took its effect.
Well, and when you're older, you do have wrinkles, which, hide scars.
Right. I guess,
But they're like, oh, we're going to pay special attention to your daughter now. And I don't know if this is lost on me or what, but she doesn't have sex with the boyfriend in the tunnel, right? In the tunnels.
Right, yeah.
Sure.
But then when she gets to her friend's house in Mexico, the gangster lady's like, you're still a virgin, right?
Right.
Like, this should be going for top dollar shit, but then they decide to rape the shit out of her.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. So I had to do a little bit of research on sex trafficking.
Research.
Yeah, research. When I was writing my second novel that I walked away from because nobody gave a fuck about the first. Thanks, everybody, including the people in this room.
You're welcome.
Yeah. But so that's all a misnomer about sex trafficking and sex workers. They don't give a shit if you're a virgin or not. You're going to fetch the same amount of dollars, period. You're
going to get banged 50 times a day.
Yeah. They don't, it's not Game of Thrones where they parade you around like, oh, bring in somebody younger. No, it's whose ass is available, basically. I mean, there's enough Johns that there's not enough ass available. They're not holding out like, oh, well, we're going to keep you pure so we can fetch extra dollars for the fucking Jeffrey Epstein to come down here and do his thing to you. No, it's you're banged immediately as soon as you get there. So, yeah, it's pretty gross. Gross stuff.
I would just like to say that if you have ever gone to one of these places and banged somebody, fuck you. I hope you fucking die.
Dude, who do you think our fucking listeners are, Jackie? Jesus Christ!
Just in case some rando that goes to these places is listening, fuck you.
Just so you know, the guy running security at the Tijuana brothel just turned it off.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Well,
fuck you, dude.
He had to start the donkey show anyway. So I mean, he's a busy man.
You're gonna have your eyes and ears on that one. Things go south.
Okay, so he is now cut up pretty poorly and busted up, and he gets a lady has been tailing him since the club.
Sure,
Paz Vega,
who's gone unnoticed, though he has gone quite noticed, even though he's John fucking Rambo.
Right. And she's like, oh, I gotta help him. This pile of dude laying on the top of the ceiling. So she takes him back to her place and patches him up.
Does anybody else wonder why he didn't just like jump off the ledge and there was like a whole thing where he escapes?
Mm-hmm.
When he cocks his gun, I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah, I think
He
he's going to kill these
shows
40
him-
dudes, right?
No, it's not that. You know that he's got an out. You know he's going to be able to be, I see the eyes. And then he spots the guy.
Okay.
Gun to the head. All of a sudden, Rambo gets out. Inexplicably, but now they're after him.
Right.
No, he's just like, here's my gun. Beat me up, please.
Right.
It's so un-Rambo.
It's very
it
un-Rambo.
pisses me off.
It's pretty on Rambo right here.
Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that. Like,
yeah,
he should be fighting his way out.
What was the plan, John?
He didn't have a plan. Also, he got discovered immediately. He was like, oh, they don't have lookouts.
Right.
This is just so un-Rambo.
It's very un-Rambo. Very un-Rambo. I guess he got his ass kicked a little bit in Rambo 4. You know?
A little bit because his heart was on a wire.
Right. Yeah.
Or in First Blood, he gets beat up because he's
the whole
trying
movie's him getting beat up.
Not to break the law.
Right.
But at this point, he knows what he's up against, and he's being not Rambo.
He's being not Rambo here.
Right. Like, I kind of thought, my personal thought on this part of the film was that he was going to off some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Break in, get this niece, right? Like jump over the side of the building, get into the basement where they're keeping her. He grabs her, and then they have this defense thing at the end at his farm. And
you mean like they're coming? He's got back to his home with her, and so they're coming to get the revenge or get her back or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll fucking teach you.
Yeah. Right. Sure.
And it doesn't happen that way, and it kind of fucking killed me a little inside. Like, these guys are not cool enough to kill Rambo.
No.
Or to beat him up. It's like, no.
No.
He would wipe your ass all over that balcony thing that you guys were on.
Yeah.
It bothered me a little bit.
This is definitely the biggest flaw in this movie.
There's not only that, but like all these people getting in together, and then they go up, and then the guys are just there to meet him.
Right.
That's so stupid. The whole thing's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Either way, he's busted up. He's back at Paz Vegas place. He's recovered there. It takes 4 days. So, meanwhile, Gabrielle's had a rough go of their last 4 days of being a human.
They're injecting her with drugs to make her more compliant. They carved up her face. Then they re-stitched it back up.
Right. Well, she can't bleed out, dude. Are you kidding me?
You're not going to bleed out from your face, I don't think.
You can bleed out.
If you're going to brand her, just fucking brand her.
Yeah.
Use hot iron.
In my research, the drugs thing is their branding. So what happens is they do pump you full of H.
What's H?
Heroin.
Okay.
The not even good heroin, but shitty heroin, cheap heroin that gets you addicted, and you're a junkie, and the other cartel, or not even cartels, but whatever, the gangs have this unspoken agreement where if one of their tricks comes in and asks you for H, you can't. You send her back, and the only place she can get H from then on is her pimp, or whatever the bad guy is called. It's not a pimp because
it's a pimp.
He is a pimp, but pimps are there to protect the ladies and get that money.
Are they?
She better have that money. These guys are worse than pimps. But
barely.
But so they can't escape because the only place that they can get their H from is from their pimp. So that's their branding. They don't even need to brand them.
My God.
Yeah, no, it's fucking shit, dude. Human trafficking is bullshit. And the fun thing is, all my research came up from American human trafficking. Yeah. I didn't even look at Mexican.
It's how they've been doing it in New York the whole time.
Yeah, like, fucking Mexican human trafficking. No, dude, this is like old play. This is old American play.
So that would kind of explain then why they had that gal that came into the basement was like, you're going to fucking work and you're going to cooperate. Yeah, it's 50 dudes a day.
That's
we don't
the
fucking
best
care
you
when
can hope for.
When you're done, you're done.
That's like the best you can hope for. That's your out, is to become her. You're the trainer. Like the yeah. Yeah, it's not good. Not good stuff. So anyways, Rambo heals up, and he's like, I gotta get her back. And so he goes back in. This time a little bit better job of doing things. Actually, it goes pretty swimmingly, but he's too late.
What? Wait.
He finds
Are
out
you
where
talking about
she's
the
getting,
hammer thing?
Yeah, he finds out where she's getting tricked at, where her workhouse is, and he goes in there and starts killing everybody like John Rambo does.
I know, but before he had a gun and a knife and he didn't kill anybody. Now he's just got a hammer and he's killing everybody like he's fucking Rambo.
Right. And he doesn't go to the bosses to get he skipped the whole step of getting her. Like, come on, man.
Well, at this point, he doesn't care about the bosses, I think.
He should have never cared about the bosses until he got the gal back.
Yeah, that's true.
Why did he go to that rooftop? That's not Rambo.
Well, because at the time, she wasn't in the circuit yet. She was down in the dungeons.
Yeah.
And she was a new recruit. So he was trying to save her before she became a junkie and got raped a bunch of times. Okay. And this is another part that really bothered me.
Maybe do some recon, John.
This is another part.
That's what they should call him, is Recon John. Go ahead. Sorry.
Thank you. This is another part of the plot that really bothered me, is that John Rambo, no, she should have never been raped, should have never been heroined up. He should have gotten to her before all this shit happened.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And it was very disturbing. And not to skip ahead, but I will, right? He grabs her out of this place and takes her home. But she dies.
So does his girlfriend. What mean expendable?
Yeah, what mean expendable? Dude, here's the thing, Jackie, and why John Rambo is John Rambo. None of these are happy movies. Not a single goddamn. I guess you could argue Rambo 3 is like the most formulaic as far as like
Him and Troutman buddy out. It's a buddy picture.
yeah, it's a buddy pick, but the whole thing behind John Rambo, I mean, First Blood is a tragedy of a story. That man is broken when you meet him before his adventures even start. He's a broken person. It's not a happy tale where the good guy saves the damsel and they kiss as they swing across the fucking rope bridge. No, people fucking die in horrible ways in Rambo movies.
Well, I really appreciated this brothel break-in.
Brothel break-in.
Brothel break-in
On the soundtrack, now available
with
from
the hammer.
Sony Records.
I really liked the one before he found his niece, where the guy was standing there in his underwear and he just uses the back part, which is the spiky part of the
claw.
hammer,
Yeah,
the claw of the hammer,
right.
to nut somebody.
Yeah, no,
And I was
these guys
like-
get fucked up.
That's what you fucking deserve.
These guys get fucked up. And most of them are just Johns. They're not even the cartel guys.
And like I'd like to say again, fuck you. You kind of deserved it.
I don't know. That's pushing the boundaries a little bit. I guess if you know that they're human trafficking, but just going into a whorehouse, I mean,
You fucking know.
you don't necessarily know that.
You know.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? You just want to get a handy.
Tug it.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm all
Fuck 'em.
for legal prostitution, but
Yeah, legal prostitution is one thing.
Yeah,
This is not legal prostitution.
yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know.
So-
Is there legal
I don't
Mexican
think it's
prostitution?
illegal.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's just part of the bigger problem.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Either way, that's not John Rambo's problem though. He'll fucking hit somebody in the nuts with the hammer if they pull through a stop sign too fast.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, it's not out of character to do that.
This is a construction zone.
Hand me that jackhammer.
So he gets her back. They get out of there. She, the other sad thing, again about the research is those ladies that don't want to leave. That's very accurate. They don't want to get rescued because they're just so scared that those guys will come after their family. They'll threaten you any way they can to keep you there. So that was accurate, and I appreciated that. So he gets out of there. She's pretty doped up, and he gets her to the border, and he smashes through the fence
Because there's no wall.
because there's no wall.
But they do show a
You
picture
can
of a
just
wall.
drive dead bodies across.
We'll get to the second
No,
border
there's
crossing
a
later,
real
Jackie.
Problem.
There's a
You can just drive dead bodies right across the
well.
border.
The whole time I'm like, well, she's in the car. She's not dead yet. I'm thinking, dude, what? His driver's license is gone. Whatever, because they beat him up and they find out who he is and steal his wallet. So he
Sure.
doesn't have anything. How's he gonna get through the fucking border?
Oh no, the waitress, the journalist put
Paz Vega.
Paz Vega put his ID back in his pocket.
Oh, okay. Well, then how would they have his address later? That's a problem.
No, they show the
They
idea.
photocopied it.
Oh, they've
No,
got
they
Xerox.
showed-
They do all of that.
They
just
showed the
have
ID
that.
to his niece, so they didn't give that back.
That's right.
So what is she putting back in his pocket?
Here's,
Condoms.
Here's your player's card.
John, I found your players with yourself card. Who loves yourself, baby?
Here's your.
Who loves yourself?
I mean, you're an old guy. Here's your AARP, in case you have a breakdown. Here's
Either
AAA.
way, when this happens, he's got a dead 17-year-old in his passenger
He
seat.
can't. Even if he
And
had his
he's in
driver's license, he can't go up
Mexico.
to the border crossing.
He can't go up to the border.
Yeah.
But all we have here is a couple of strands of barbed wire and a sign that says,
Correct.
"Please don't come here
Correct.
unless you got a V8 Ford,
Yeah, right.
and you can just drive right through this."
Now, so here's the fun thing: is if the wall had been built, John Rambo wouldn't have been able to come home.
No, he
the
wouldn't
good
have.
guy wouldn't have been able to cross
He'd
the
not
border.
been able to do that.
Note that for later.
All right.
So yeah, he's back across the border. He does the hero of America does an illegal border crossing
Yep.
because he couldn't just go up to the border and be
No,
like, "What's
he-
up with your guys' faces? They're doing do you have any fruits and vegetables? And also, what's going on inside of this cab?
Yeah. By the way,
What would you say?
Are you going to bury that teenager indignantly with a couple of pieces of pine?
Right. Yeah, so she's dead. She ODs, I guess.
Fuck that. She just dies for no fucking reason.
Okay.
And really, it's a mercy.
Why?
Would you want to have survived something like that?
She's 17. Survived.
She's 17. She
yeah,
can live.
she's got a lot of life left. Hey, Jack, hey, stop with that. You're like, no, fuck that. I'd rather be dead. She could do something. She now has motivation. She
could become an advocate.
She could become an advocate and fight for fucking change. You don't just be like, my arms come off. Well, I guess I'm done with life. No, you fight for people that don't have arms like you.
Or you could become Hitler too.
Or you could also do that. And you shouldn't. Don't do that.
Don't do that, but like that's enough ammunition for it. You're like, oh, I hate world.
Yeah.
I want to blow it up.
Yeah. No, this isn't.
It was very sad, and it
wasn't. It was.
It broke my heart a little bit.
Why is she dying? She could only
have internal problems.
Oh, she could.
Ladies have internal problems, especially if
true.
you've been fucked a lot.
Yeah, that's really true. Which is another flaw in my research. They
Research.
do limit. You don't just bang 40 dudes in a night. You have a limit because you can get dehydrated, which is a weird side effect of getting banged too much. Think about it.
No, not really.
Yeah. So they do. Your most night is like four dudes.
I don't think that they give a shit.
They
at
do.
This place
because you're an investment, Jackie. The one other flaw in this is that again. You only have so much tang. You got all the demand, but not enough supply. It's very expensive for you to get the supply, so you want to make sure you're taking care of the supply, not just being like, oh, we don't give a shit if she lives or dies. No, you fucking do. They don't give a shit if you are happy or not. But you're gonna be a bang lady for as long as they can. If they lose you, then they don't have any money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but according to the plot of this movie, it could be up to 50 guys a day.
Yeah,
so
right. No.
shut your fucking mouth and open your legs.
You're absolutely right. She dies probably from internal injuries, which is even worse than dying of heroin overdose.
Giardia.
Yeah, probably dysentery. She has a little bit of Montezuma's
fever.
I was going to say she has Montezuma's revenge.
Well, you know,
she drank the water.
And maybe this makes me a little ignorant, but when he first goes into there to save her, right, they're handing him a condom and like this dildo looking thing.
Yeah, I didn't know what the dildo.
No, there was a
lube.
There was a lube thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I kind of wondered what that was because I was like, what is that?
Just gave myself up.
That you know what lube is?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, you are on the edge of society with something that they sell in grocery stores that people need to have sometimes because
I just never seen it come in those little individual packets like that. So it
individual lube? Oh yeah, I think they've got that at the truck stops. I mean,
oh well, you would know.
Oh God.
Oof.
Let's go on with the movie.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about Starla and her tri-vagina or butt. Anyways, so so he buries her. Tells Grandma, hey, she didn't make it. Grandma's pretty choked up, and she's like, what are you gonna do now, John? And he's like, I'm probably gonna go to Vegas. Never been there. Thought I'd check it out. Seems nice. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna go see my Aunt Susie in Cincinnati. She's got a new big screen. We're gonna watch movies, and I hope you have a good life. Am I ever gonna see you again? He says, yeah, sure you will. Yeah. Well, why not?
No, it actually, I believe his eyes raised. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna move from place to place like I used to.
Yeah.
I'll see you again. Yeah.
Gonna get a motorhome. Gonna go up to Hope, Oregon. See if I can.
No, he's telling the
fix
truth.
that situation. No, he's not.
Yeah, he is, because she's like, when am I gonna see you again? He's like, oh, when I get your family killed.
That is truthful. He's not going anywhere though. He is lying to her about his plan. He knows that they're coming. He's gonna kill them all.
Well, and you know what's weird about this whole thing is that the the niece's grave has all of these like Sharpie marks all over it. Like people have been writing on this cross,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
no.
how long has it been?
Yeah.
It's Pine.
Right.
He had an indignant funeral for his not daughter, and then he let her friends draw Yatsa on it with fucking Sharpies.
Yeah,
That's what fucking happened.
Love you, boo.
this is not a cast.
See you soon. I go.
Go Ducks.
Yeah, it was very like, what? Okay. And then he put some kind of medal on her, like, first place for
I believe it
dying.
was his gold star.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I didn't know what that medal was. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's,
Um,
yeah.
Is she going to get a proper headstone like
Which,
the other two, or
At this
what?
point, when he does that, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is the swan song.
Yeah. Right.
One, he has his hands on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because normal Rambo character is like, you were given the silver star and the gold star. Yeah, I don't have those anymore. I never had them in my hand to begin with.
Why?
And
Because
John Rambo.
the government fucked him, or what are you saying?
No, because he didn't ever bother to pick him up.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't show. Well, I don't know if he got him before Hope, Oregon. Maybe.
Maybe they sent him to
Don't
his
think
dad
he did.
or
They
last
sent,
known
they all,
address.
They sent it all
Yeah.
to his dad.
Yeah, they could have done that. Like, no, John, you're an American hero. You don't get to walk away from that shit.
Also, she wasn't worth the silver star.
Dude, come on, man.
Had that sweet piece of ass his dad found that he guiltily banged for so long. She died. Silver star.
Okay, so he's like, okay, well, see you later in Cincinnati. I'll swing by sometime in my motorhome. Never gonna happen. We really don't give a shit about Maria and where she goes. It's John that we care about, who is now going back to Mexico and pulls a total Rambo here. He finds out where Victor, the carver, as it were, the mark guy,
Yeah.
lives and is banging ladies, and kills all his guys up real nice.
With a
All of a
knife.
sudden, he's
Yeah.
Rambo again.
He's silent. He's stealthy. He's moving with purpose, fluidly, like a gifted murderer.
Well, he's been taking his glucosamine.
Glucosamine.
Glucosamine. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
The last few weeks, and so his knees aren't really creaking, so he
Right.
can really get around nicely for this.
Hey, did you hear an old guy coming up these stairs? Oh, I didn't hear shit.
Glucosamine.
Glucosamine.
Would you like to stealthily kill people? Glucosamine.
And then he chops Victor's head off with a knife.
See,
The letter
This is
opener.
when I
like
was
letter-
Letter
like-
opener knife.
this movie isn't that brave
Okay.
because he should have cut his balls off.
Well, we don't know that he didn't, I guess.
Oh, no, he has sweats on still.
Oh,
yes, this is true.
Which he saw him in the shower, so he dressed him up before he cut his hair off.
right. He put his clothes back on. We don't know if he did that after or before he cut his head off, Sam. That could have been done at any point in time.
But
It's
the next scene we see, though, he's throwing that head out of the car.
some highway on the way back to Arizona. He
No.
just lobs that head out.
We
How
know
long has it been in the car?
That he's got a good Pioneer stereo. Every highway lets me slip away to decapitated heads being tossed out the window as if it's litter.
At what point, like, does he stop at the McDonald's and get, a Big Mac, and like he's mowing down French fries, on the carefree highway, and then looks, oh shit, I still got that head in here. Whoa, what? Like, what point does he decide this is where the head goes?
Right where it says rest stop.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to the rest stop. The truckers, they'll know because they've seen this kind of thing before. I got to get rid of this now.
So I think he's on this is a long straightaway.
Uh-huh.
Just came off of a downhill. So he's got the F-250 up to about 95.
Okay.
And it ain't going to go a lot faster. So he's just like, now is the time. Once we get back up on the uphill at 90, this head's going out. It's going to hit at maximum speed.
To like splat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with like a gas mileage thing. Like, ooh, to maximize gas mileage, I'll use the head as momentum gathering downhill, but I got to chuck it out of here before I hit the uphill so I can save some weight.
Scenario 2 where he turns to the decapitated head and he says, I should have bought a Prius. And then he throws it out the window.
Okay, so he's also on the decapitated body, stabbed the letter opener into the picture of his daughter or niece, whatever, so that the other guy knows. Like he didn't just kill that guy for revenge. It's bait.
Yeah,
he's baited.
He had to
revenge
actually
baited.
leave a trail of blood to his own house,
Which is very Rambo-y.
that's Rambo-y.
Super Rambo-y. So the cartel's like, you killed my brother, you motherfucker. And so they come back to, they get to the border that has the fucking border wall on it. And they're like, wait, what do we do? There's a border wall
here, so they
oh my God, we can't get into. Oh yeah, we built that tunnel.
Across.
No, they went through the tunnel.
No, they just drove across.
What? I don't know.
Seriously?
I didn't catch this part.
Okay, so it's very brief, but there is a shot of the border wall.
Yeah.
Right,
Then
saw that.
There's a shot of them going into a warehouse, and then there's a shot of them coming out of a tunnel.
Oh, yeah, they went under the wall.
They went under the fucking wall, saying to me that an American fucking hero, if there was a border wall, couldn't get back into his home place. Meanwhile, it doesn't matter anyways because the guys are just going to dig under it because the border wall's the stupidest fucking thing on the planet.
Brought to you by Stinker Madness. Don't build the wall.
You never heard of ladders, you fucking idiots? God damn it. Fucking hate that stupid thing. I mean, I hate it. I fucking hate the border wall. And I think this film does too, because it was interesting to me that they took that stand that the guys are just going to go under it unless you're an American goddamn hero.
Then you just drive through some fence.
But then you've broken the law.
It's Rambo.
Like
You
the
think
last
he gives
10
two
times
shits?
he's
Don
broken the
Johnson
law.
on top of a F-250 with a
Don
minigun's going to shoot
Johnson
your
couldn't
ass.
John Johnson's the biggest
John
dick
Johnson.
fucking Hollywood scene in 20 years.
John Johnson's a real asshole.
Yes, John Johnson couldn't get a hard on with Melanie Griffith in front of him.
Oh, no.
Even though
Except
he
he
was
did,
married to her
and had a child with
and
her
had
who
a
is
child with
now
her.
Stinker Madness alum.
Yeah,
royalty.
She's sort of hot.
I mean,
I
she's
guess.
kind of not. She doesn't even have the same boobs. Melanie Griffith had big boobs.
Yeah,
Really big boobs. I mean, like, wow. Whoa. Like Jamie Lee Curtis big boobs.
It's the Activia, I tell you.
Oh, yeah. Yogurt.
That's what's keeping them big.
It's just like
yogurt.
Yeah.
Activia.
Yeah, it's a milk cycle. It's like what goes in the hole comes out the hole.
Oh, my God.
You just jam yogurt in those tits, and I'll jam yogurt on top of them.
Frozen yogurt comes
The
from
more you
these
know.
boobs that are in a freezer.
Okay, all right. Rambo.
Rambo.
Rambo. Get back to Rambo.
Okay, so meanwhile, John Rambo has totally Kevin McAllistered out his house.
Yeah.
He's built booby traps every fucking where. He's got them in the tunnels. He's got them just in the dirt. He's got them at doorways. He's got them in the barn. He's got them. I mean, there's only so many marbles and jacks and micro machines that a man can own.
Yeah.
But he also owns guns,
That's
fire,
right.
gasoline.
He owns fire.
Air,
water.
nails, a crowbar.
Yeah, he's really fucking built a lot of booby traps. And so they pull up, and he's like, ooh, okay, and blows one of their cars, a Suburban filled with probably 10 guys.
Yeah.
In one stroke, he's just killed 10 guys.
Yep.
And made a firewall that they're now like, maybe we should turn around? Maybe,
No, we'll just go through this hole that he's left here. Obviously, it's safe.
Right. Oh, yeah, this isn't like baiting us into a death ring of fire.
No.
At this point,
these guys
why
are
didn't he
morons.
put, like, those little bombs that you step on and they blow you up? What are those called?
Bouncing,
Mortars?
you mean like no, just a trip mine or a mine.
Right. So because at this point, right, the trench and everything is forcing them to go through this driveway. So why not just eliminate some more dudes with some mines or something? Instead, it's like, come on in. I'm a fucking psycho, and I'm going to kill you all.
Because John likes to see the life go out of him, Jackie.
He does like to kill people.
Twisted in there.
Yeah.
See the life come out of them, Bennett.
Bennett's not part of this.
He's always part of this.
Yeah.
Nobody had a fishnet shirt on
Yeah, right.
for this
No,
scene.
that's the thing with
surprising.
Bennett. He's always in the other room jacking off.
All right, so I've got a death list here. He pops up
Sure.
from his tunnels, starts capping guys with guns, baiting everybody into the. Oh, there he is! Shoot him! He's too fast. He's moving through those tunnels like fucking like a badger would. And they go into the tunnels, which was a bad call. Never go into the tunnels. Never go into the tunnels.
No, when they first, like, everything blows up, the guy in charge is like, I'm Mr. Guy now. He's also put his hair into a nice summer dew.
Right.
And he's like, half of you into the house, half of you into the barn. Let's split up and get killed fast.
Well, and after the barn thing goes off, right?
Mm-hmm. Which is just like
Don't you think at this point, like
a napalm sprinkler.
right, but at this point, as the head of this group of dudes, you've got the
Hugo.
moat of fire pits.
Yeah, you're surrounded by a lake of fire.
You've got the barn that lights people on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he's popping up out of nowhere like a gopher and killing people.
The death badger.
At this point, do you just go, I think we're a little unprepared.
We
Let's
are
bail.
outmatched. Why did we do this? This is that John Rambo, American hero. God damn it. I always mix him up with Fred Rambo, the guy that sells jewelry. Damn it. Every time.
Yeah, at this point, you know this shit is booby-trapped and that he is out to fucking kill all of you.
Yeah, no, you're fucked. You're fucked. I would say the Ring of Fire is pretty much like, okay, all right, I don't give a shit what I need to do inside. There's a Ring of Fire. I'm going to not go into the Ring of Fire. I'm over it. I'm done. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
You're like, I'll come back.
Enjoy your life, John. See ya.
My brother was a dick anyway.
He told
and he
me.
yelled at me in front of other people.
He embarrassed the shit out of me in front of my own man. Fuck my brother. What am I doing here? I'm a successful businessman. I'm going to let those ladies go because it's the right thing to do. And I'm actually going to take part
Start
in
a chain of mini marts
that sell
with hookers.
Wait, what? No, I keep
Voluntary hookers.
Just a couple hookers. I mean, well, I'll reduce my hooker number. That'll make me a better person. Just a couple.
I mean, at this point, why the fuck do you care?
About
Your
what?
brother is a fucking dickhead.
Right.
And once these two events happen, you should just be like, you know what? I'm good.
Bail. Yeah, no, he's an idiot. Okay, so down in the tunnels.
He's got a man bun. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, right. You got a man bun. You're a dum-dum.
He's a millennial. He's been captured by anything.
Oh, okay.
As they all
Good,
are.
good. I'm glad you fucking finished that joke, that highly offensive joke up. Nice work. Also waited like, you guys hear about the OK Boomer thing that's on the internet? Yeah. So anytime the millennials have organized, because they're very organized, they're very smart.
Sure.
They've come at us, and anytime you say something stupid on the internet, they're just gonna say, "Okay, Boomer."
Yeah, no,
even though we're not boomers, they're still gonna they're gonna lump us in with the boomer Sam because you can't attack the millennials. They're a fucking force, man. You can give enough brooms to them, they're like China. They'll take us over.
yeah, that's what the world needed was 25-year-olds to 18-year-olds taking on geriatrics. Yay!
It's just this movie.
And look how it
And
turned
look how
out.
it turns out,
goes poorly.
millennials.
Goes poorly. Okay. So down in the tunnels, John's got C4 explosive mines made out of nails. He's got like those things where you hit a tripwire and then this bamboo thing comes and punches you in the chest. He's got like one of those log swinger things that are attached from the ceiling. Like you hit a tripwire and a giant fucking steel log comes and hits you in the chest and Like, these are all Dan traps. Dan's like,
These are Rambo traps.
They're
from the
Rambo
first
traps.
Rambo. But what I found interesting is that he's like mercying them.
oh, dude, really?
'Cause they get hit by the trap, and then he like has a gun there to shoot them.
At one point, this is where I say overkill. John gets the most bloodlust I've ever seen him have here. Like, when he gets on the 50 cal on the back of the Jeep, he's just shooting guys, and they happen to be exploding because of the giant rounds, the caliber of the bullets that he's hitting them with. This time, he blows a man's face off. His entire head disappears with a shotgun, and then he shoots him in the dick after he's dead. Guys fall through a trap into spikes under the ground, and then he gets on a fucking AK and starts shooting them when they're already fucking filled with holes.
They're not dead yet. The point
That
is
was
to kill
spikes in their
them.
head.
No, if they die before you shoot them, it doesn't count as a kill. So we got to shoot them as they're dying.
I don't think so. I think he killed guys multiple times. The same guy. I think he had I got to kill that guy twice.
I think either way, he's going to be notching his bedpost for a while.
See, that's what I was
They're
saying.
double kills.
He was mercy killing them because they get like killed by the booby trap,
Uh-huh.
and he'd like show up and like beat them with a knife or a shotgun, and they die all the way.
Even after their head came off.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, all right. That guy's still alive. He doesn't have a head. I shot it off with a shotgun.
I'm with
It's
Sam.
like-
He's going
Mm-hmm.
for mercy kill. I'm going for actual kills, not killed by a booby trap.
Double
and
tap.
Mm.
you're just going for insane bloodlust.
Yeah, this is bloodlust. You guys are nuts. I can't believe we don't agree on this. This is bloodlust. How you guys are nuts.
It's crazy bloodlust.
It's fucking rad, is what it is.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I
there's
would.
some pretty gruesome shit in this whole sequence. And,
Right.
like the guy who gets blown up in half by the grenade,
Mm-hmm.
and you see like half of his body just kind of laying there and bleeding out, and his
Right.
intestines are hanging out. And I'm
Right.
like, yeah, this is awesome.
There's one.
Well, there's a guy. There's two guys that fall on rebar spikes that
Mhm.
are obviously dead, and then he just has a gun to make sure they're dead, I guess.
They're dead.
But they're dead, so he just empties this AK on them,
Right.
and then just turns them into human spaghetti
Right. These
for
other
no reason.
for no reason. That's why I'm saying it's fucking pure bloodlust. He's just like, there's one of in this sequence is what you asked at the beginning. So it's very poorly done, very brief, but there's so much shit going on with his Kevin McAllister setup scene that you can't really tell what all he's doing. But he put up a white phosphorus grenade in that room and then shot the white phosphorus grenade. That's what made those blue flames on those guys. That's why they were burning. Is he shot the fucking phosphorus? It's phosphorus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get that. I because he had the bullets in his gun that were marked with the X.
Right.
But then it kind of seemed like it fell on them and slashed. Like when he shot them, they exploded into these blue flames, and so I wasn't real sure about that. That's cool.
You can also make phosphorus rounds. That's a thing, but they're not. You can't put enough phosphorus to burn through a man like that. So
No.
he
so
put
it's both.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
well, maybe.
Maybe, okay.
Yeah, we didn't see him put the phosphorus in the bullets, but
Depending
either way.
on how tracer rounds are made, they can use phosphorus.
Yeah, exactly that too.
Winston, would you like to be on the podcast?
So eventually he runs out of guys. I should know that while all this is happening, he has cranked 5-1 by the Doors on. Like he's playing them a death march, as it were.
Yeah.
It just happens to be a fucking guy
It's-
riddled with fucking cocaine.
It's party time.
It's party time. 5-1, baby. Yeah, I love that song. 5-1's a rad jam.
It's a great jam.
Yeah.
Do you think he just because it's on a tape player? Do you think he just has that one song just repeating over and over again?
Oh,
on
it's a
the tape?
mixtape. It's a death mixtape. It's John Rambo. He's been waiting. He's been like, oh god.
Yeah.
When they made me check my death mixtape when I went to Myanmar because of high security. The TSA was like, oh, you can't take mixtapes, dude. What is
Yeah.
this? Is clearly a bomb. So he's been sitting on this one for a while.
Peace Frog was up next.
Yeah, Peace Frog. He's got Werewolves of London on there, and anything.
Brandy, you're a fine girl.
I don't know if Brandy made the death mixtape.
Pow, 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 pow.
And a 1 and a 2, kaboom. Yeah, I don't know. I think he likes angry music. So anyways, all of the guys are dead. now, except for Hugo, who Hugo did get off a couple good rounds and shot John in the tummy.
Even though he's let him live for a while.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, he avoided killing him. Like,
Because he needed to be last.
yeah, I want you to really get it. You can't get exploded. That's too good for you.
Well, he's got a whole plan for this guy,
Mm-hmm.
which goes back into my original opening, Ace in the Hole.
Mm-hmm. So John's got sprung some leaks, but we've seen John spring some leaks before. You just stick a lighter in there and go, "Ugh," and you're fine. And you're fine. So he leads Hugo up into the barn. He baits him up into the barn by blowing up all his own tunnels. And Hugo's like, "Gonna get you, John. I'm gonna get you." And John's like, "No, I don't think you are. I am going to shoot you 4 times for as many limbs as you got with a bow."
Recurve bow.
Right.
Right, which he was
Pins him
training
in the
with playing cards.
Yeah. Pins him to the barn door. This man is stuck, literally. So Hugo is now stuck to the wall. John walks up and has told him over the microphone or over the radio that, "Hey, I let you live because you're a total dick, and I want you to really, really feel it. I want you to feel what I feel because you ripped out my heart, you son of a bitch, when you killed my niece. She was beautiful. She was talented. She was going to be a cellist, and I need you to feel my grief."
She had 2 left feet. She couldn't type. Sometimes she got D's in math.
Right. Made
She was
terrible
kind of
spaghetti.
pretty, but her last boyfriend dumped her.
Kind of pretty, dude. I thought she was moldering. Oof.
God,
Oh.
she was pretty too.
Yeah, dude, she was
Oh,
smoking hot, dude.
fine.
Anyways, so he's like, "I want you to feel my grief," which I thought was some of the really strong writing. Like, because usually these revenge movies are just like, "I want revenge for the sake of revenging." I thought that the way he explained revenge was good. Like, I want you to feel my grief and have that be the last thing that you feel. The rest of your life, very short life, is filled with grief. I thought that was really well done, because usually revenge is like, "I'm going to kill you so I feel better." No, I want you to feel as shitty as I do.
Because the same man told him earlier, like, "You're going to live out your days hating your life because of me."
Right. Yeah, I thought that was decent.
He's like, "You're going to die fast, and it's going to suck. And it's going to suck worse because I'm going to actually jam it in your face."
Which I thought he did a very good job of.
Yeah. So he says that you ripped my heart out. I want you to feel what that's like. And takes his big-ass knife, stabs him in the chest. Oh, okay. Oh, you stabbed him in the heart, man. Wait, what?
No, he's making
John.
a large cavernous hole.
Oh, John.
He cuts this man's sternum off.
Oh, John.
He's just cutting through rib cage to make sure he can get a big enough hole.
He goes from neck to nuts, dude. And pulls his fucking still beating heart out and shows it to him, and then chucks it on the ground like it's a fucking dirty fucking,
Like it's a touchdown.
like it's a dumpster meatloaf.
Dumpster meatloaf touchdown.
Well, the rat's got to eat too.
Right. Yeah, he ripped out a man's heart. I didn't think they were ever going to do that with John Rambo, but yeah, he pulls a Temple of Doom right here.
Has fully gone psychotic. This is the only way I can feel is to pull a man's life out through his chest.
Oh man. And then walks to the porch, sits in a rocking chair, and soliloquies us away.
Which
sort of.
With
sort
the
of.
weird backtracks of old Rambo movies,
Yeah, the credits are Rambo recap.
Here's your Rambo in slow motion. Also, is he dying or is he not?
Oh, it looks like he's not.
He's not, because he gets on a horse and rides away.
He rides into the sunset.
On a horse with no name.
Right, that motherfucker. He made it out of this. Rambo 6? What?
Meanwhile, his
which I would pay to
tunnels
see.
Oh,
are
totally.
gone, but his house and his barn are still fine.
Yeah, where are you going, John?
Car's fine. You got like 3 new Jeeps with this Mexican invasion that you just won.
And why haven't his
Chop, chop.
neighbors called the police?
Oh, they're too far
with
away,
the smoke and
This is Arizona.
Yeah, it's Arizona. They're just watching and jacking off.
Oh, weird.
Whoa. So his neighbors were Bennett?
Yeah. Have you ever been to Arizona?
Yeah, I have. I love Arizona. It's a beautiful state.
they have
Really?
Arizona there.
Arizona in Williams, Arizona. Don't go anyplace else. It's the bomb. Shout out to Arizona. Now, Southern Arizona. No, I haven't. Past Tucson, got no clue. Or past Phoenix, got no clue.
A lot of masturbation down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of masturbation up here, too. I think it's an everywhere thing, Sam.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's Arizona masturbation.
Belarus. Notorious.
No, it's the like New Hampshire, live free or die. Missouri, the show me state. Arizona's the show me the porn state so I can jack off. Thank you.
That's their entire motto. Barely fits on the license plate.
Yeah, it doesn't fit on the license plate. I'm like, please get us a motto that fits on a license plate because our license plate motto is too long and we just love jacking off.
Okay, weird. Does John Rambo die? That's my first question. Or is he still alive?
He should be fucking dead because he's 70. He's been shot twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits on the rocker.
Mm-hmm. And he takes a break.
And it's like, you're going to die, man.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
He doesn't get
He's got 2 huge holes in him. He's going to die.
I don't think he's self-surgeries here.
No.
Yeah.
He's
I think
just-
he rode off into the sun. That is his death.
Yeah.
He's look, I'm gonna die. Either way, I'm gonna ride off into the sunset before it happens. It doesn't matter how soon after you die, you ride off into the sunset. You still rode off into the sunset. He just went like 20 yards. He didn't even make it off the property before he fell off that horse dead.
Now, John Rambo dies right here because Sylvester Stallone wants John Rambo to die.
Mm-hmm.
However, Avi Lerner, Boaz Davidson would like it if John Rambo doesn't die and they can just put another actor in there.
John Rambo resurgence.
Sure.
Yeah.
An illegitimate kid that he had when he was doing missions.
John
But
Rambo Jr.
We see
The
then
Chronicles.
John Rambo riding off on a horse.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
He
didn't
gets
make
bit
it.
by a rattlesnake right in the leg.
No, he's gonna
He's
No,
dead from the
rattlesnake.
holes. He's dead from the holes, Jackie.
make a zillion.
Don't make his death more complex than it has to be.
Rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Gonna make zillions just on movie posters. It's fine.
All right, Sam. I asked mine. What you got?
What happened to her Civic?
Her evil friend still has it.
Giselle's like, ooh, I got a Civic.
So it's
yeah."
just like full of taco wrappers.
or it became bum.
Whoa!
orgy
I
place.
did not mean that to be so racist.
Yeah, that
Whoops.
was very racist. It was filled with bum orgies. Sam, how's that?
Yeah, or just fast food.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
looks
that's
like
good.
she likes the fast food.
Mm-hmm.
Swaz or Stallone?
What do you mean?
Who's the better action star for the time? And who do you like
Wait.
better in general?
Wait,
Like,
what? Like whole podcast for the answer.
The history of Stinger. We know who Stinger Madness likes more. 12 versus 4. You're asking individually, and what are your terms? You need a little bit more definition here. Or like whose balls you want more on your face?
no, just
Neither.
whose movies you like better, who aged better, who had, the characters that you liked, they played better.
Well, we're not going to see another John Rambo movie. We are going to see another Terminator movie, probably. I doubt this. I
Which
honestly don't
that-
think that this current Terminator is going to be the last Schwarz Terminator.
Yeah, and the Terminator ages like fucking mayonnaise in the sun. Whereas Rambo is decently aged.
Yeah, he's done well.
Rocky's aged.
Rocky is aged. Okay, so Jackie, I'm going to go ahead and say on 2 factors. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger better because I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's a funny, caring, terrible governor, but his intentions were in the right
Dominator.
space. And I just think he's a charming individual, and the 12 movies that he's been in versus Schwaz's 50 are probably more fun in catalog. However, Sylvester Stallone is the better actor. What?
That's not a weird thing to say. What about?
Dude, Sylvester Stallone is known as one of the worst actors of all time.
Because he's usually fucking hopped up on cocaine or whatever else and steroids. And
He's won more
banging some
Razzies,
chick.
and he's been on Stinger Madness 11 goddamn times. But First Blood is a fucking masterpiece. I think it's a better movie than Rocky. There, I said it.
Yeah, Rocky's still good. I still think the best he ever did was Creed 1.
Yeah, Creed. Well, I don't think that's the best he's ever done, dude. Copland is arguably the best movie he's
that's
ever even
right.
thought about, dude. Copland is amazing. It doesn't even make sense how good it is. Fucking Kubrick couldn't have done that good of a job. He's got 4. We just named 4 that are Oscar-worthy fucking movies, and Schwaz was in Twins.
Yeah.
And Junior.
And Junior, yeah. No, Schwaz's acting's not so good. Whereas Sylvester Stallone
Kindergarten
is
Cop.
truly a talented individual. He just takes every fucking role he can.
Well,
and John Rambo's one of the best fucking
He's
things
also,
that's ever existed.
I mean, the other thing about it is that, like, when a guy swings at the fences, it's like a home run hitter, right?
Mhm.
He swings at the fence every time.
Right?
And he's
yeah.
swinging all the time.
Right.
He writes, he directs, he acts, he does everything. Yeah, he's going to stink every once in a while. He's going to strike out. It's fine. But the man's a movie man. He's a movie man.
He's a movie man, yeah.
And he's done a great job paving the way for other movie men and everything else. Like, he's a movie man, and thank God for him, even though, honestly, 60% of the time he stinks.
He stinks.
I'm Team Stallone.
Yeah, you like the Stallone more than Schwaz, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care if I can't understand him sometimes.
Oh. I think I had a harder time understanding him in this than I did in anything in the last 10 years, for sure.
Everything that you'd want one day. Not drink the water in the place you live. Wait, hold on. My Ford is out of gas. Do I get unleaded? Do they have leaded gas here? Hold on. I have too many questions.
Yeah, in a way, Last Blood is kind of a swan song to Stallone as well. I don't know. We're going to see Schwaz again. We'll probably see Rocky, another Rocky, another Creed.
Creed 3.
Yeah, Creed 3. Yeah, I'm going to miss John a lot. I wish there was going to be more. And I think we should have had more.
I will say it now. The end of 4 should have been the end of it.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I do not agree with that.
That was a fond and wonderful farewell
It was.
to the character of Rambo, who died so many years before
So many
in his original carnation.
Right. Yeah, no, I disagree because I think that I think you can do. Rambo's an interesting character because you can make him totally one-dimensional like Rambo 2 and 3, or you can make him fucking super pain like 1, 4, and 5. And I don't. Obviously, I prefer 1, 4, and 5. I love them all. But as far as like the character John Rambo, yes, this one does have some problems, but he is deep, and I think that there's always more that you can do with him, and I think that even this movie went in some directions that I wouldn't have thought of.
Sure.
As far as defining who John Rambo is.
See, I think the character is not undeep, say,
Mm-hmm.
in this film. I just thought that this was a really shoddy production.
It was skip to the end. Wait, what about all that other stuff? Well, we got to get to the end. We got to get to the big explosion. So don't worry about those details. But some of the things along the way I thought were really nice.
Yeah, it was too cheap, and I hated its apparent, we must make this to keep the Rambo going.
Yeah, there was that. There was a level of that.
Well, nobody likes a cheapskate.
Okay, but you like this movie, and this was a cheapskate movie, so your statement was...
No, there were things I did not like about it.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that I didn't like the film in general, but there were things that, yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, when he gets, beat up.
Right. Total crap.
Does that mean that I totally dismiss the whole movie? No. But the green screen shots were terrible.
Yeah, they look like crap.
And
unnecessary.
Yeah, and so, yeah, nobody likes a cheap ass. If they would have put some actual money behind this and not been fucking twats about it.
Or been wiser with the $50 million that they spent.
Yeah. I think it would have went out with a huge bang.
Yeah,
instead of the fanfare that it received from people like
a
us.
26 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Oof. And like a 13 on Rotten Tomatoes. Oof. And kind of struggled to make its money back. Yeah. Good point, Jax. Fuck you guys. I'm giving it a goddamn due. I loved it. This is my number one movie of 2019. I'm nominating it for Best Bad Movie because I fucking loved it. I loved it from the start. I loved it from the stupid part where he got beat up because it was stupid. And I loved it at the end because it was stupid. This, to me, other than the depth of John Rambo, I thought the depth of John Rambo was really well done. This was everything. This is like, dude, how did you guys do this? This should have been a fucking catastrophe, and it wasn't. It was fun and enjoyable, and I love John Rambo, and I don't give a shit.
I thought this movie really cooked.
Yeah.
It held my attention the entire time. By the time it was done, I was like, was this movie only 45 minutes? Because
right.
It held my attention. It was fun. I love Sylvester Stallone. I thought he played the role really well again. And you know what? I'm a total do.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And at the same time, 26. What did you think you were gonna see, Metacritic? What did you think this was?
Fucking Rambo.
Yeah. You gave fucking Hobbs and Shaw a 60? Eat my ass.
Hobbs and Shaw blew ass.
It blew ass. Fucking Pet Cemetery's got a 58. Suck my nuts. Pull my intestines out from my ass and make me walk around like a fucking elephant.
No, until he has a hard time cutting the man's heart out of his chest, it was a do not for me. But because he actually pulls the man's heart out of his chest, and it takes him a while to do it, then he holds it up and he's like, oh, I got done. I'm 70, sorry. It takes me a while to cut a man's heart out these days.
Oh, that hurts on the wrist. I got elbow problems.
This is a do.
All right.
But, yes, as a fan of Rambo, in contrast to the other opinions.
Dude, 4 and 1 are fantastic movies. 1 is a superior movie that shouldn't even belong in this franchise.
Yeah,
4's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, as a fan of Rambo, I was not super into it, especially because he didn't have butt hair.
That is a problem.
That is a problem.
His butt hair was gone.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's your show. I hope you enjoy your week. Next week, we will be getting to Jackie's King Ralph pick. And I don't have good feelings about that. But either way, go see Rambo and
Spotted Dick.
Get to the chopper.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter @Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.